Hey guys, this is Tepco Cycle Repair. Today we're going to be working on a dual sport. This is a Yamaha XT225, and what we're going to be doing is changing the front sprocket. The reason we're doing this, some of these smaller CC bikes, when you take them on the highway, they're really revving and tacking out to stay with decent speeds. So if you're able to change the gearing just a little bit to help you out there, it's just going to change the RPM range where your bike sits in when it's at highway speeds. So what we're going to be doing here is changing the front sprocket. Now when you change gearing in the front sprocket, usually the general rule is if you change one tooth in the front, it's equal to 2 in the rear. So if we go 1 tooth smaller in the back, it's going to equal to 2 teeth bigger in the rear. If we do 1 tooth bigger in the front, it's going to equal 2 smaller in the rear. So we're going to go up 1 tooth in the front right here. So the rear is, the gearing's a little bit different, and it should bring the RPM range down differently when we're cruising on the highway with this bike. So in order to get this off, we're going to have to take the shift linkage off right here with a 10 millimeter, a couple 8 millimeters in here to get this cover off, and then I'll show you what's inside. So when you're taking these bolts off right here for your linkage, I just put a little mark on there so I know exactly where it's going to go. And you got to take these bolts all the way out, because there's a groove on the shift shaft that if you don't take this out, you won't be able to pull it off, and that's just to prevent it from coming loose and falling off when you're riding. So make sure you get this 10 millimeter all the way out. This bike has a skid plate on it. It's a little tight in there, but all right, bolts out, linkage come off, swings out of the way. All right, so now let's get an 8 millimeter and take off these. All right, one on the bottom, plastic cover. All right. So now we have, the way that Yamaha does it here with their front sprockets is they have a little lock plate here. You loosen these two, you can see how that front is just kind of floating around in there. So you just loosen these two 10 millimeters that bolt right into the sprocket itself. You rotate the washer off and it comes out. All right, so 10 millimeter. All right, so with these 10 millimeters out right here, you take this plate and you rotate it and you pull it out. All right, and you can see the plate has grooves on it. So those grooves, when you put them in and you rotate them, it'll lock it in place. So we're going to take that out there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one off. All right, and we got the next one to put in there. Let me grab that. All right, so here's our new one, and it has the two, nut holes in there, so you can mount it back up. So you simply put this back on here, find the groove so it can sit into place. Like that. Take our that washer we just took off, put it in there, and just rotate it to where the holes are. Get your bolts started here. Now if you change the sprocket size, you're going to have to adjust the chain when you're done, so don't forget that. Tighten these up. Alright, so when you mount the chain back onto the wheel, you can hold onto the brake and torque those down, but just get them good and tight. They're going into steel, so you don't have to worry too much about stripping it there. And there you go. So guys, that's all there is to it, to the front sprocket. Real simple. You can put that on and change the gearing in your bike, and hopefully it helps you out on the highway. If you're going to do a lot of technical trails, you can put a smaller one on the front and give you a little bit lower in gearing. So if you help you through rocks and stuff and trails, however which way you want to do it, just figure out how you want to ride the bike, and you can change it to meet that. Well, guys, that's all there is to it here. Real simple front sprocket change. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. Guys, till next time, this is Tepco Cycle Repair.